Hello! Sorry I am late, everybody. How are you doing? Happy Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are in the world. Whew. It is disgusting today. It is going to be 38 to 39 degrees outside, and I just got a little bit caught up trying to get as many chores and messages done before it got hot. So I'm sorry I am late, but I am here, and I'm back to trying to save humanity. Oh, what a week. I am honestly a little bit scared of this stream. I think it's going to be really hard to get through this session. Hey Neil, hey Missaps, hey Crash Test, how's it going? Good to see you all. Yeah, I don't know really what's in store for the Ixion. Sorry for the Tycoon. Ixion being the engine, of course. We are in a little bit of a dangerous location. Let's have a look at our current situation as soon as we get in. Right. So the biggest issues we have right now... I'm in Victoria. I was told it's going to get hotter than that today, Derp. Oh yeah, Celsius moments. Hey, Doctor, how's it going? Okay, so let's just recap where we are. We just jumped into this system. We found bits of the UN ship scattered throughout it, and all of this is horrendously nasty space weather. Now, one of the things I did last time was I queued up a whole ton of research and then discovered that that doesn't how research works. So let's just make sure that our cargo ships have... are we actually researching anything right now? It doesn't look like we are. No. So let's make sure we've got improved repair protocols that will allow our cargo ships to move through endure dangerous weather conditions. We created the procedure learning by observing the way NASA fixed the problem on the Apollo 13 capsule. Well, that seems like a really good way to learn how to fix a spaceship. And we'll also get that queued. Okay, we've already got the... Right, we can't... self-welding is already unlocked for the mining ships. And the science ships, I believe... Yeah, we've already got... where is it? They don't actually have their own version of that. Does any of these need EKP optimization? Okay, that's for faster speed. These are all faster speed. Alright, well, let's get the cargo ships protected. Now, we currently have nearly 500 people in cryostasis on the ship. And we're going to need to house a lot more because there are a lot of people in the system we need to collect. We're also running short on housing in Sectors 1 and Sector 3. What I'm going to try and do as early as possible this stream is get Sector 6 set up for more farming and for more housing. That's going to be super important here. I think they did use socks, Mishaps. I think you're right. It was just personal belongings that kind of saved them in the end. Now, another concern is we are very tight on power. And in order to build another... God, listen, the music is so... you're in trouble. In order to get another power... okay, are we actually building... Yeah, we need some more... Okay, we are working on another power cell. Okay, right. Let's get back to business. So our big ones are housing... we're picking up science from the reactor wreckage. We're then going to check out... This is a planet here that we can put a colony on. So we're going to need colonists for this. And we're going to need... we're probably going to need resources. We're going to need a lot of alloy, which we do actually have to build a colony. But I don't think this is a high priority as of yet. We're probably going to work through the industrial zone wreckage of the collapsed food district. And then we'll get some more probes out and see what we can find. Let's unpause the game. The music has me feeling really tense right from the start. What we could maybe actually do with is another science ship. We could maybe build a new science ship in the new sector when it opens. What are we waiting for in order to get this sector open? Two more circuits. Okay, that's a big thing. So we have silicon, and our circuit plant is working. Is this turned off? Good, it is. So we're basically just waiting for circuits to come through. We should probably build another... so we've got waste treatment centers, and we've got mushroom walls. That's good. I might actually build a mushroom wall in this sector here as a way to just top up our food a little bit, because we do produce a lot of waste here. But let's look at getting another optimized quarter in this sector. I could put one here, or I could put one back here. Do we actually have room? No, we don't. I could put it here, though, for now. Other option is I could slot it in here, because we don't need the road to go across there. I think I'll do that. And that'll just ease some. Yeah, the storm eats probes and the storm moves. That's right. The other technology, thank you, driver. The other technology we need to get is a probe technology. There is lens team. There is one that makes them more durable. There's also these two that make them free. Okay, there is actually nothing that makes probes more durable. Excellent. So they will just die as we send them off. Okay. Turn on every chronic sector in sector 3 for 30 seconds. We're doing that. Develop the countermeasures using the tech lab. Build enough batteries so at least 4 sectors will have backup power for 5 cycles. Have 4 sectors unlocked. Awaken 2,000 cryonic pods. Store 500 ice. Right. So there is a lot going on here. Let's launch another probe because we just had one complete. Let's see what we can find that's near us. What I'm looking for is points of interest right now. Looks like there's one. It's quite deep in here. I'm worried we're going to have to move the Tycoon through this. Let's see how long this probe lasts. We're probably going to need to look into speed increases on probes to get them to these locations quickly. Whew. Okay, we've got all the science from here. Let's get the Calypso to move to the Industrial Zone wreckage and see what they can find here. We're going to get really overwhelmed with cryonic pods very quickly. We just need one more electronic circuit to open this sector up. We're also going to need to get rid of these and build another what's it called? EVA airlock here at some point.
Due to space weather.
Yeah, so our probes are just dying as soon as we send them into the space weather. But from what I can see, there is no technology to make them last longer. So we've got lens team, probe construction speed increased by 50%. Pre-assembled components, probe construction speed increased by 100%. Improved wiring, probe
has completed its scan.
Wait, what? So I had 2 probes on the go. Okay, where is my other probe then? Won't tell me where that probe is.
A science ship has arrived.
Might have been for this, actually. Okay. Etonomaki Industrial Zone Scan Report. Scans have detected large quantities of steel around what appears to be the wreckage of the Etonomaki's industrial zone. If we remember, we found out the Etonomaki was using slave labor in order to get its ship working, and they were having the slaves working in like chest-high coolant fluid in the engine room in order to get the ship going, which is pretty horrendous. Transmission from the Calypso team. We have arrived at the ruined industrial zone. The view is intriguing. In addition to the general debris and bodies that float everywhere, there are large piles of previously molten metals that have solidified when the area was exposed to the vacuum of space. The zone has been ripped open and much of the interior appears to have been blown away. The structural tear extends into a storage area full of suspended yellow particles. Well, that sounds very concerning. I want to find out what those are before we go any further, because they're probably going to kill us. They're probably space spores or something, because that's how this game works, right? Everything is out to kill us. How are we doing on... We're working on another electronics. We've got lots of resources coming in. Okay, we've still got plenty of room. That's good. I think we're not researching anything right now. Yeah, cargo. Okay, what do we want to research next? So, cargo ships are done. We could increase the size of our stockpiles. Not too worried about stuff for workshops. We could get our crop farm research up. We could go for intelligent design, which increases food production speed by 20%, or produce 30% more waste. We also need to research... We also have all of this stuff on the outside to research. There's some really good stuff here. I'm kind of tempted to increase our own things, though, right now. Policy cooldown reduced by 5%. Stability... Oh, actually, there was something in EVA airlock I wanted to research. Shaping worker behavior. Repair efficiency is increased by 10%. That seems like it's worth picking up. Space cooties. That's what they are, Derp. They're space cooties. Okay. We're still waiting on polymers for the new solar panel to be built, and I have to be very aware of that. We're also at max capacity for cryonic pods now. How are we doing on ice? Ice is okay. I think just to prepare us, I'm going to add another 2 crop farms to our farms, which is going to put us right on the edge on power, but we should be okay. At least we have lots of sources of iron and carbon right now. We'll see how long that lasts for. The music is really putting me on edge. How's everybody doing, by the way? I hope everyone's doing well. Sorry we didn't have a Terra Invicta stream on Thursday, but it was a public holiday here, and I didn't really want to celebrate anything. If you know, you know. Do I need to build another cryogenic store? That's the question. We're going to build one in this... Okay, this sector's open. That's a good start. Let's get on that. I didn't notice it had opened up. So first things first, we just want to clear out all of the resources that we can, because that's going to save us a lot of hassle in the long run. Good to hear it, Crash Test. Again, very sorry that your Marines had to be disbanded in Terra Invicta. We'll just clean this up first. So I need to build a workshop. I'm going to put it here. I need to build a stockpile. I'm going to put it here. I need to build another stockpile for food. We need to build a mess hall. And then I need to build housing as well. But what we're going to put in here is we're going to go with... This place is going to be full of cell housing. This is going to be our cell housing district. Now, I can't actually build a cell house here yet. So let's clear... Well, let's get the roads built. And we'll go from there. So this is going to be a mass housing and food production district. That's the plan. And we're going to move lots of people over here as well. So we need to get cell housing up, we need to get farming up, and we need to get cryo production up. That's good. It's always nice to have your name on stuff, I think. I like to see people's names show up. All right, how are we looking here? Sector 1 is... I want to just check we're not overworked here. We're currently optimal, but I want to wait for this to be built. We've got another probe complete, but I'm not going to send any more until we get that solar panel dealt with. We're very tight on power right now. I have to be very, very aware of our power situation. Until the solar panel is built, I can't actually afford to bring anything else online. I was actually very close to accidentally bringing the whole station down there. We have 4 of 6 sectors open. What is the drain on our hull integrity now? So minus 32 per cycle just from open sectors. It's quite a lot. And how far off the solar panel are we? 25 off the solar panel, okay. Sector 3 is now specialized in food rank 1. What does that speciality get them? Food prediction buildings require 10% less water. Buildings produce 30% more waste. So we really do kind of want to get a mushroom wall in here as well if we can, though there's nowhere really to put it until we move these cell towers. We could also just put a recycling center in here, actually. That's something to look into. I haven't got this researched yet. I want to get housing. Housing is like the main priority right now. Housing and food. We're at 488 of 490 power. That is so tight. Everyone's happy here? Yeah. Well, I'm really playing with fire on my power situation. We've still got 20 polymer we need before we can say that we've got that solar panel built. I'll probably just queue up another one straight away. Let's start clearing the alloy out of this sector, though. Oh, and the other thing I need to do is I need to start importing food. I will say they need to sit at 20 food for now. Nope, 20 food. Why is... Oh, my numlock's not on. 20 food. There we go. Just so that they've got food. Because otherwise we don't want people to starve to death. That would be bad.
A science ship team has completed.
Okay. The team followed the trail of yellow particles through the vacuum to another section of the Atamaki wreckage. It appears that these have been partially spared from the destruction we've seen elsewhere. The particles come from the crushed and damaged flowers of yellow squash. A bed of these frozen plants surround a large bronze sculpture, a depiction of Earth, crowned with laurels. Many messages have been left near the sculpture, railing against the perceived enemies of humanity, Dolos and the Ashdagonites. A plaque at the base reads, "Against the cynicism that kills hope, against the madness which precipitates hell, to perpetuate the genius of humanity and the memory of our life on Earth." There is also a compartment beneath the plaque in which a sealed time capsule is found. It seems possible that it could be opened. Feeding people is expensive, driver, but people go crazy if we don't defrost them, unfortunately. Let's open the time capsule. I'm very curious as to what's inside it. So if I leave people frozen, eventually my crew will start to go insane because we're not defrosting people, basically. It is a constant demand. Okay. We're almost there on the solar panel. Things are looking okay here. We've got a decent stockpile of alloys to start building stuff. What I don't need to import alloys yet, but I might as well just set up a, say this place needs a minimum of 30 alloys, just so that they're ready to ship. And we'll just keep cleaning this area out. All of this is going to get deleted at some point. Okay, shaping workshop behavior is done. Let's get, where is it? Algae farms, exofighting jobs. I've already got the waste treatment center researched. Okay. In that case, once we've got some power, we're going to build a waste treatment center in sector 3. In terms of stuff we want to research right now, I think getting the mess hall advanced logistics upgrade, which means the mess halls can feed up to 20% more crew members, will be quite useful. There's a lot of research available to us, a lot of science available to us in this sector, so I want to take advantage of it. Let's just make sure, does the tech lab research been done? Yeah, intelligent lab has been done. Good. That's a very important research. I'm not too worried about research speed. It seems that that's not our really a detriment for us. People in Sector 6 really need to be fed, however. They're actually starving right now. I didn't realize there wasn't enough food in the sector, which is a bit sucky. Now, unfortunately, I've built this here. Oh, no, this can go here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a cell house. I'm going to connect it up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. Although these only need 3 power, which is actually amazing. I didn't realize they needed so little power. Okay. Inside the capsule were toys and other everyday items. Several objects were of unknown purpose. There was a packet of newspaper clippings that revealed some of what happened after the Tycoon first entered self-similar space. There was a total collapse of Earth's ecosystem, accelerated by the moon's destruction. In response, the UN installed a totalitarian government of planetary surveillance to protect the population from eco-terrorists and the continuous waves of pandemics. They prioritized corporate practices that supported the environment and its preservation. Individual responsibility seems to have become paramount. Numerous legal ramifications were implemented to counter any further acceleration of ecosystem destruction. In this time of crisis, and guided by the government, society seems to have turned on politicians, extremists, immigrants, and conspiracy theorists. One after the other, they portrayed themselves as possible scapegoats. One after the other, they portrayed them as possible scapegoats, holding them responsible for 250 years of industrialization, market disruption, superficial societal practice, moral decay, and hyperconsumerism. The Etenomaki was to be the Great Ark, the global project that would save humanity. Only those deemed well-behaved in the eyes of the government would be allowed to board. The Ashkanites, fanatics of mysticism and proponents of genetic manipulation, were left behind on Earth with the deviants and the dissonants. So hang on. So the Ashkanites keep getting mentioned, right? And they were Dolus's allies at the start of the game. At the very, very start of the game, an Ashtagonite ship supplied our initial load of colonists and food. They keep getting mentioned, and now it's just been mentioned they got left behind. We did not find them when we were in the Earth system. But there is one other ship out there, and it's the Black Market Society ship. And the Black Market Society station that we found in orbit of Jupiter or Saturn had monkeys in it. They had genetically modified monkeys. That's what the team found when they entered it. So I wonder if the Black Market Society are an accumulation of the Ashtagonites and basically all the people left behind into their own survival, where they've massively genetically modified themselves in order to survive in space. We got 45 science, and self-cleaning lubricants upgrade is now unlocked. Let's explore the industrial zone. That's interesting. That's some interesting information we just found out. Okay. Let's get back to trying to get this built. So this is definitely turned off. Definitely turned off. Good. Because if that was turned on, we would run out of power as soon as it got built. What I'm also going to do is just keep building out roads, so we can pick up all of these resources. And we'll of course delete all of these ugly roads as soon as we've got all the resources collected. But we really need this solar panel to be finished. That's hugely important right now. Time to buy 5 planets off eBay. I like it, derp. Oh. I feel, I said this last stream as well, I feel just really under the pump here. Like I don't have time to think, I just have to keep reacting and just trying to sort things out. We have to make sure that nobody starves in this district. Oh no, they actually ate, which is good. We just need to get them. Oh, they need health as well. We need to get some healthcare here.
An accident has occurred in the tycoon.
Okay, advanced logistics has been done. Thinking about crop farms, I might get intelligent design and Nihi crops. Well, the intelligent design is an important one. Let's get that researched. That will produce, mean our crop farms are producing 20% more food without us needing to build anymore. Sector 3 needs another another infirmary. That's another upgrade to research. Is I'm pausing crash test. I know. It's even with pausing, I feel really under the pump. Another research I should look into is the one that increases the amount of people that can go into my medical bays. I'm going to build a medical bay in this sector for now, but it will get moved. It's just, oh no, yeah, just make sure that's turned off. And also, I've almost just killed the whole station. Let's make sure, where is it? This one is also turned off until we get our solar panel built. That was close. Train stations is a great idea, Draver. That and drones. The industrial zone itself is devastated. Both factory machinery and crew were covered by flying molten metal as depressurization occurred. As the metal solidified, grisly monuments were created. Sometimes all that remains of a body is a cracked metal shell. Cryopods found in this area have been covered by steel or compromised. Our team was able to gather some information about the Etamaki's production methods. We'll investigate the storage area. Yeah, we're gonna get trains and drones. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. Happy Friday or Saturday. It's Saturday for me. Ooh, Sector 1. Is this a serious accident? Do I need to fix it? No. Okay. We're so close to this solar panel. The solar panel is now being constructed. Look at how the hull integrity is crashing while we construct the solar panel. I'm going to queue up another solar panel as soon as this one is finished as well. Yeah, we'll do train stations and drones next, I think. We're now at max capacity of cryonic pods. We're sitting at 500 of them. We will get a cryonic wakener uppener in here. We'll probably actually get 2, and we'll just start filling it with people. Of course, the alloy stockpile here has had an accident. But the building is now under construction. When the... Oh, he's actually there working on it. Cool. So our first of many cell houses for the sector is about to be constructed. We're going to need a lot of propaganda in this sector because people are going to be really unhappy living in it. It's not going to be a nice place to live. I just want to make sure we're producing enough food. So you're producing 88 food. So we're producing 166 food per cycle. And we require 145 food per meal at the moment. So at the moment we're okay for food. Oh, there's no alien. There's no... Oh, the Terran Victor. I thought you were talking about the Ixion streams. We're working on it, Ryan. We're working on it. The Jovian strike fleet is under construction. We had some massive fights in the last stream. Yeah, it's because they're all in the same... They just all seem to do the same job at the same time. Right, okay, let's get another solar panel under construction. Just so that it's happening in the background. And then we can start turning stuff on. So this can be on. This can be on. And this can be on. I know there's 6 homeless people in Sector 1, but we can move them over very shortly. Okay, let's get another cell house under construction. And then I want to start looking at other stuff. So we need to get a stockpile for circuitry in here. And then we need to look at getting... I need to start thinking about the plan for the sector. So we're going to need to delete these at some point. But I need the stockpiles, first of all, just to pick the stuff up off the floor. So yeah, we've researched and constructed our first wave of Generation 2 ships in Terra Invicta. And they are loaded for bear. We're about to try them out. There's going to be a huge battle at Mercury in the next stream. And they're going to intercept it. The storage area seems to have been the battleground for a larger violent clash. Workers attempted to repel an invader using small firearms and improvised weaponry. Apart from the cutting laser marks across bodies and containers, there are no evidence that identifies the invader. The large majority of the storage area seems to have been emptied, but after some searching, the Calypso's team located a number of intact cryopods and resource containers. Everything has been prepared for extraction. So we've got 97 alloys, 2 electronics, and 188 more bodies. So we're going to have cell housing all along both outer parts of this sector. So the inner part of the sector is going to be storage locations. I'm going to try and get some farms in here. And it's also going to be made up of things for propaganda. Because people are going to be very unhappy living in this sector, unfortunately. There's a cell housing there. Let's start moving people over here as well, because we have a bunch of empty housing here. So we'll move everyone from Sector 1 who's over. We'll just move a bunch of people from Sector 1 because I could move over. There's only 50 non-workers here. Let's move over the 196 non-workers from Sector 2. No, let's just leave them. Everyone is happy. I'm just going to move over 10 non-workers from Sector 1. So there's nobody homeless in Sector 1. Because everyone else is happy. There's quite a few chunks of the Atomaki, Neil, but good catch that the space weather moved. Yeah, it's covered. I think it's going backwards and forwards. Let me just, now that you spotted that, let me just set these to avoided. Because there's also chunks of the Atomaki over here. We've got the depressurized R&D district, the medical district wreckage, the habitation sector wreckage, and the docking bay are all over here on this side. Now, what we could do, if we can find something over here, if a probe can make it over here, we could potentially find a point of interest for the Ixion to get to, and we could set up shop over here once we clear the resources out on this side. So that gives us some hope of a new location to move to. Okay, we're just waiting for this to clear up. At the moment, nobody needs anything from me, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is once we've cleared out the alloys, I'm going to delete this and move it over here, and we're going to start building some stuff here. So it's moving but maintaining area. Okay. That's worrying, because there's a good chance we're about to get caught in it. There's a very good chance it's about to push into us. And when that happens, we don't have the battery power.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
This is going to be a problem. This is going to be a really big problem.
Population transfer complete.
I need to get batteries built in this sector. I don't really want to put a battery here, but we might need to move the Tycoon sooner rather than later. I'm just going to add a battery to each section while I'm thinking. Where's the other batteries? Are here. This is bad. It will run me over. Oh, sugar. Okay, well, Sector 1 has 3 units of power. Sector 2 has 3 units of power. Sector 3 only has 2 units of power, and we don't have anything in Sector 1. Can I get a probe? It's not going to make it. But if I could get a probe and find a point of interest somewhere here to head to. There's nothing over here that I can find. But these might become exposed, actually. Yeah, we're never going to get a probe to there, are we? I didn't notice it moving, Tyler. Also, welcome to the stream. But Neil says it's happening every time I finish researching something, which makes me think that is the trigger. Oh, we need to move the Calypso. I think it's time-based, and that just seems... Because there's no way the game would let you just sit and not do the investigations. I physically can't send a probe. Okay. So we just have to get through the space weather. The space weather, then. Okay, I'm going to build another maintenance facility here. Set it for alloys, and I want to disassemble this one once this one's been built. And we're not researching anything right now. Let's get train stations research. This is a really big research. Speeds up crew transfer between sectors, also allows for the expansion of some buildings that influence all sectors. This means I can build hospitals, and it also means I can have entertainment in the wrecked industrial area. That
The
could...
science ship has arrived at its destination.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just looking at where this is, I'm actually gonna... If we move there now, 2.8 cycles. We're gonna have to wait for the power to be built in this sector before we move. In fact, we're probably going to build 2, but I think everything can get there. 3.3, 2.9. Sector 3 can't make it. Nuclear power plants don't produce power. If I've read them right. Transforms 1 hydrogen into 10 power per cycle. Yes, we need to get these researched. We're going to have to... I want to get mushroom farms up and running. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. So we need more power in this sector before we can move. So I'm going to queue up another battery. And we probably need at least 2 batteries in this sector as well. They do produce power, mishaps. I was incorrect. The fusion plant turns ice into water, but the power plant does. Okay. Our sensor located the section of the Etenomaki drifting in the vacuum of space. Our initial readings are registering a lot of organic debris. We are on site. This part of the Etenomaki was responsible for the ship's food production. Production was divided into 2 zones, vegetal and animal. Or vegetal? Vegetal? We have also identified a self-contained area generating a heat signature. The area is small, but it's not impossible that some survivors may be sheltering there. Let's leave that area. I love how my options are make a cautious approach or invasively breach. Let's investigate the vegetal zone first. Let's find what we can before we start messing around with the stuff that we need to look for. Okay, we've got the batteries completed in these sectors. I need battery power for 5 cycles. One thing I also need to look at researching are bigger batteries. Everything else seems to be ticking along all right. Okay, mishaps. That makes sense. That corresponds with what I seem to remember from my days of chemistry a long time ago. Yeah. I think you're right. But you hear fusion power in a game like this, you're like, oh, infinite energy. And then you think, no, this is Ixion. There's no way they would ever give me infinite energy. But we're going to have to set up a location where we're bringing in hydrogen, and we need to work out how big the floor plan of a nuclear power plant is. Because this doesn't tell me how big it is. I bet you it's going to be huge. I need BBs? What are BBs? Battle buggies? Boat boys? Big boobs? What are BBs? Down under blender. Okay, it hasn't moved yet. I am concerned. The only problem with moving back to the industrial zone wreckage... yeah, it's a limited research. We have to mine it, that's the problem. It's not that it's a limited research. I think it's very difficult for us to mine it with the equipment that we have to acquire it. Let me see if I can find a hydrogen source actually just while we're floating around here. That's interesting. There's no hydrogen sources. Oh, there's a hydrogen source here. Let's just uncover that so we've got it. Yes, it's supposed to be the same universe we live in, Tyler. Although physics is a bit weird here. There's been a lot of people pointing out issues with the game's physics as we've been going on. Yeah, BB sounds like battleships. It does. I was just being facetious. Bigger batteries. I do need bigger batteries. I also need battleships. We are preparing for war. That is the subplot right now. We're preparing to go to war with the Black Market Society. Maybe we just don't have the water. But we do have water because we're mining water. I don't know. Apparently we need to mine hydrogen. Don't ask me why. That's just what the game says. Okay, let's clear this out. And we're going to put... Hang on, I need to build a walkway to this. We need to build a... Oops. 2 things. We need a cryonic center, which we're going to put here. Maybe we'll put it here. And we're going to need a stockpile, which I'll put here. And I'll do a road up here. And this stockpile is going to take in cryonics. Which means that I need to prioritize 3 electronics to Sector 6. But no, Sector 6 will be fine because we can get electronics from the stuff that's here. Science ship is done. Drilling through several layers of debris, the Calypso team finally reaches the vegetable production area. They are greeted by the floating corpses of UN soldiers and crew. A few district workers seem to have reached emergency cryopods before depressurization. Hydroponic technology was used aboard the Etinomaki to grow fruits and vegetables in large vertical aisles. Recovered yield reports detail how hierarchical rationing reserved the rarest of foods for high-ranking crew members. Although the remaining food, so we don't do any hierarchical food rationing. Everyone eats everyone on our ship eats insects and algae. No, they don't even eat insects. We do actually grow vegetables. Although the remaining food production facilities are unusable, a few intact storage containers were found by the team. Retrieved resources have been prepared for extraction. The personalized instructions upgrade has been unlocked for the crop farm. Interesting. Also found a lot of food. Okay, let's investigate the animal pens. What is that research we just unlocked for the crop farm? Food production speed increased by 40%. Okay. If you smack 2 normal hydrogen nuclei together, they have too much energy and fly back apart. But if you have heavy nuclei, they can spew a neutron. This will pay the energy and fuse properly. Yeah, imagine if the Black Market Society was found destroyed. That would be pretty sad. It's okay, I don't think that's going to happen somehow. Okay, how much power do we have in here? 4 cycles of power at the moment. 3 cycles of power, 3.5 cycles of power. Okay, before anything else happens, I'm going to move the Ixion to the industrial zone wreckage. Because I'm concerned about the weather moving again and trapping us in the weather. And then we're going to have to power from the industrial zone wreckage over to probably a depressurized R&D district once it moves again. And I'm hoping it'll just keep cycling through the area so we can move back over to this side once we're done here. I'll just turn these off so that when they get built, we don't run out of power in this sector. We will need to build more facilities here. I'm actually going to build 2 cryonic centers in this sector now that I think about it, because we do have a lot of people to wake up. Okay, that's the hydrogen revealed. That's useful. Everything's okay here. Yes. I don't think we need to worry about building another EVA yet. What do people think? Maybe if we're moving through the danger area, we might need another EVA. That's exactly what I'm getting at, mishaps. And yeah, we'll have to dock all the ships. Do we think we need another EVA module now? I think we do. I think we need to get it built. I'm building a lot of stuff right now, but we do have supplies for it. What am I doing? Let's get rid of these 2 insect farms. And I want to build another EVA station here. How are we moving? Okay, we're doing fine. We're also going to get a negative mood malice when we get here because we're going to be in a cloud of bodies. That's the main reason I moved the station originally, was to get out of the cloud of bodies. Because that's not a nice place to be, is it? Mishaps, you're a genius. We definitely need fire stations. I'm worried about the amount of pressure we are putting on the station's power supply, but we do need power. We do need.
Entering debris field.
Can I put this here? I think we can. Yeah. We do need fire stations in all districts. I was building them before and I had to cancel them. We'll build them 1 district at a time right now. Okay, we're now in the sad zone. So this sector is angry because they do not. So we are happy, happy, happy. So we need to now deal with people being unhappy in this sector. Cool. Probably the best way to deal with that is to build a DLS center, which we will put here for now. We may need to move it later. I'm trying to stick things in the middle of the zone so that I'm going to move this. This road will be moved eventually. I'm going to put things in the middle of the zone so that we can keep the outer sides done. The production area has been gutted for several hundred meters. The huge amount of floating carcasses has made it difficult for the team to differentiate between what is animal and what is not. That's horrendous. The team did find several working cryopods and have prepared these for extraction. Production that seems mainly to have been galliform, though there are signs that rarer meats were produced. The Calypso teams wishes to specifically note they found a cryopod containing a dog. The owner seems to have decided the animal's life was more important than their own. Their corpse hangs onto the pod. They saved their puppy. Oh, see your mishaps. Well, that's super sad. Naomi Protocol. Provide a new home for the dog. There's no point saving humanity if we don't save the dogs. We're going to provide a new home for the dog. I don't care how many resources it takes. We are saving that dog. Very poignant, Ryan. You're right. This is it's not just the best doggo. It is the only doggo. The last doggo. Train stations have been unlocked. Cool. I think that's done in maintenance. Oh no, I build them in the walls, don't I? Yeah. I have to build the train stations in the walls. We don't have the resources for it yet, but that's okay. We don't have anything that uses train stations yet. Galliforms, chickens, and pheasants. Ah, cool. Thanks, Crash Test. I did not know that. Right, let's start defrosting people in this sector. Push the dog to the angry sector. Yeah, make the dog need the bark bark. There's Doctor. There's no way I would not have saved that doggo. Do not worry. There's one thing you can trust me to do, is to always save the doggo. The game is actually running a little bit slower. We got a little bit of lag because of the fact that we're in the body field. I don't know if you can see the bodies. Just there you go. There's the bodies. So the game is running a little bit slower because of that. We do need to do something quite urgently about the dishappiness that's happening in this sector. Part of the problem is everyone is living in sad quarters. I'm annoyed about this. I need to move both of these very soon. But I want to get all the rest of the this stuff cleaned up first. Let's have a look. What's the storm doing right now? Storm has not come for us yet. But it's definitely moving closer. Okay.
An accident has occurred.
Intense propaganda. Yes. Okay. We're now at negative in Sector 6. So what else can we build here to make people happy? Well, we could probably go for an alternative life center or genetic Conatus Memorial. There is also the Legislative Strengthening Center, which might actually be quite useful here, because it gives +2 stability when the sector is below 0, which this sector will probably always be like, because of the fact that we're using cell quarters. So I think we might build a Legislative Strengthening Center, which will require one more circuit. So let's just set that up here. Again, I am going to have to fix this road at some point, but I want to stick to this road being the main route through this sector. Now we're gonna need we need more circuits, so let's just set up an import. We need 1 electronics imported into Sector 6. So yeah, any circuit that gets made here. Oh, we don't have any silicon. Damn it. Some silicon here. We urgently need silicon. Can I get both? Yes. We very urgently need silicon. Sector 3's had an accident. Oh, that's not a good place for an accident to happen. Have we finished yet? Okay, let's find out what's going on with the dog. Administrator, I did not expect this decision. I would remind... Did you hear the dog bark? I remind you that Dolus regulations prohibit animals on board the Tycoon. I do postulate, however, that the animal's presence may be good for crew morale. Okay. Let's make... So, here's the question. Do we make a cautious approach towards the self-contained area, or do we invasively breach it? Cautious approach, the Calypso team will approach the area, establish containment and depressurization protocols to avoid risking the lives of possible survivors. Invasively breaching will prioritize Dolus crew safety over any presumed survivors. They are almost likely already dead. The thing is if we come in here, we can save more lives, which is something we want to be doing. I want to try and play a very altruistic administrator. However, they may shoot at us because they may think that we are black market society. I think I'm still going to make a cautious approach. It may go badly for us, but... There you go. Ryan, you got voted in time. +1 cautious. Okay. Okay, do we have +1 from dog? No, they're back to angry. Okay. Oh, they're now angry because we've got more unopened things than people in the sector, which is great. We will be opening them soon, I promise.
Probe has completed its scan.
That was potentially sabotage, that explosion. Day 542,709 trying to make forced to make bad decisions. I make enough bad decisions on my own. Trust is going up, but hope, stability is in a terrible location here. Interesting, I thought living in cell housing would give a negative debuff, but it doesn't. This road situation is really bothering me. I need to fix it very soon. Okay, we desperately need more circuitry. There is circuitry to harvest. Oh no, I've already harvested it. Damn. Let's not forget we need to get another 2,000 people on the station. That's going to take some time. Let's, while I can, I want to move this maintenance facility. I'm going to move it to here. And I'm going to set this up for alloy. I did leave a gap there, did I? No. And then we're going to, as soon as this is built, we'll disable this one. Because this is, and then I can move this as well.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Hot dog. Administrator. Inconsistency were detected within a crew member's DLS records. After reviewing the data, I found the crew member is actually a dog. A borzoi to be exact. I have not discovered how it came to be on board. Its mere presence violates several health protocols. I will say that it does seem to be proving beneficial for crew morale. A decision needs to be made concerning the animal's fate. Officially recognize the dog as a member of the crew. There is literally only one option here. I am not going to respect sanitary protocols. +1 permanent stability. Thank you, doggy. Dog just saved the ship. That dog literally just saved the ship because they were going to start protesting here. He has the longest snoot. I actually have friends who have that breed of dog, and it's great. What did you do for me, Crash Test? Okay, the other thing we need to do is need to move this medical sector. So let me just check. The nice thing about cell housing is it doesn't take up much room. So it only comes 2 off the edge. So if I just build a road here so I know where the cell housing is going, I can then delete this road here, and we could potentially fit the infirmary. Yes, we can fit the infirmary in here, and then I can remove this infirmary once it's built. Oh, that's a meme. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, Crash Test, I know exactly what meme you're referring to. I just forgotten about it. He is indeed doing it for us. Day of the Doggo. I get that you're angry. You have every right to be angry. But look at the snoot. Okay. We're getting there, everybody. Things are looking a little bit better. How are things looking in terms of space? Okay, it hasn't moved forward yet. We're about to finish collecting science. Sorry, about to finish this area.
A science ship team has completed...
Okay. Upon entering the area, the crew of the Calypso was confronted by a UN soldier exhibiting extreme signs of dementia. Yelling the words, "Die, Dolus scum!" They opened fire on our team. The confrontation ended with the depressurization of the area due to projectile fire and the death of both the soldier and 2 of the Calypso team. Investigating what they could afterwards, the team has concluded that this was a place of indoctrination for the surrounding production zone workers. Remains of a statue dedicated to the glory of the Netamaki commanders were found, as well as other art pieces aimed at condemning the enemies of humanity, Dolos and the Aztec Knights. They keep talking about the Aztec Knights. We lost Jean Chevalier and Isra Asel, but they were doppelgangers anyway. Let's leave the wreckage. All right, that's it. Let's check out. So we've got 2 places left. We've got Crux CP. Our probe was detected a signal originating from a chain of mountains that border on acidic motion. We'll send the Calypso back to the Tycoon to recrew, and then we'll send them to... Oh, it's moving. Okay, it didn't move too far, but it did move there. So it does look like it moves when we complete an area. That's interesting. Okay, let's just try and focus on getting this sector sorted out. Yeah, literally an ideological room. I haven't played that new RimWorld update. Yeah, I saw it move, Crash. Well spotted. Okay, how are we doing for food production? We require 146 food per meal. We are producing 21.8 per 5 cycles. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Station is producing 51.2 per 5 cycles and consuming 29.4 per 5 cycles. So we're massively overproducing food right now. That's a good place to be. Check the other side. That's a good point, Crash. Okay, yes, we can now move to these locations here. How far is a journey is that? From here to the medical district is 5 cycles. So we need 5 cycles of power in all of our sectors. Nuclear power plants have been unlocked. That's interesting. How big is a nuclear power plant and what does it need for production? 5. Oof. So it requires 20 power to turn on. It needs 60 workers. It just kills all of our ships, Derp. Like, instantly kills our ships. It's very, very bad space weather. 300, and how big is what's the footprint of the place? It's huge as well. I'm not sure about the investment in it. What if we upgrade it? So that's 20 fewer workers. Power cost reduced by 10. Construction cost reduced by 40%. Panel purification steel mill upgrade is required. I might wait until we've got genome production, because reducing the amount of electronics it needs would be good. Where's the steel mill? 13 iron now produces 15 alloy. 10 alloy iron now produces 15. Let's grab out. Let's work on these and get that researched. I am already building solar, so that's all good. Right, let's get some more of the outer stuff done. So we've got the water treatment center, which turns waste into water, which we're going to end up putting in sector 3 at some point. The health center is something we can use the train stations to take advantage of. That means everyone will get healed from this. There's also the Exo Fighting Dome, which provides hull 2 stability and anywhere connected to it. And there's also the Hull Temple, which provides 1 stability while the cult of the hull is propagating. There's also the drone bay, which constructs and stores drones. Drones can be used to quickly transfer 10 units resources at a time between sectors. I'm trying to work out what I want to do here. Induce sacrificed. Jeez. This looks like a lot of stuff requires the panel purification research. So let's get those under work right now. Possibly Tyler. There's a good chance that will happen. Okay. All right. Let's wait for this to be this needs to be constructed, then I can deconstruct this. We also really, I've just remembered, we need to build batteries. So we need probably 1 more battery is enough for this sector. Oh, that's what I should be researching. I'm so scatterbrained. We need to be researching better batteries. Solid state batteries, 10% more storage. Yeah, let's get that queued up next. And let's build another battery in this sector. They only need one here. I'm just going to put it here for now. We will move it eventually. Then sector 2 needs probably 2 more batteries, but I'll build one just now. We can also just turn stuff off as a temporary measure while it moves. And sector 3 needs 2 more batteries as well. But again, we'll probably just turn stuff off here. Now sector 4 will need probably 3 batteries. Is what it's looking at right now. But we'll put one here for the moment. There's a lot of stuff I want to build, but it's all very expensive. How's our new solar panel going? We still need a lot of carbon for it. Okay, I can now dismantle this. The new batteries let your cars can go so far around the space station. I think that's basically what the drones are. Oh, the science vessel needs to go to Kruk P38. Let's just check there's nothing covered by storm that anyone's trying to resource from. No. This carbon is right on the edge, but it's fine right now. We still have lots of iron to pick up. We still have lots of carbon. We still have silicon. We still have resources available. That's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop waking people up in Sector 3. Because I only want them to be waking up in Sector 6 now. But I'm still waiting on more circuitry. So that's going to slow us down again. Okay, I can finally delete this horrendous road that I built.
An accident has occurred.
Yeah.
in Tycoon.
Can you imagine having to travel to the outer hull just to move to another sector? But that is how the tech works. Okay, once these are all cleaned up, I'll delete all of these roads and we can start planning the sector a little bit better. Are we definitely okay for food? No, we are not okay for food. We are now not producing enough food for the station. So we need to up our food production, which means we need, for now, to add another 2 fields to our crop farms. And that'll get us started. But the question is, do I build... I think what we maybe want to do is get a waste facility here. And then we'll get a mushroom wall here. Which means moving the batteries, damn it. Because I think a mushroom wall is quite large. Yeah, I can't fit a mushroom wall here anyway because of the Sector 3 side. I could put a mushroom farm... Could I put a mushroom... Yeah, I could fit a mushroom farm here if I get rid of this road. I just need to move the... I could move this quite easily. I could put the mess hall... Put the mess hall here. Oh, I can't quite fit it there. That's annoying. We'll put the mess hall here. Okay, our probe has detected a signal originating from a chain of mountains that border an acidic ocean on P38. This is the Calypso crew. We are currently in orbit of P38. The planet possesses a highly corrosive atmosphere. There'll be little room for improvisation once we touch down. We must establish a search protocol now. We do know that the signal is transmitting from beneath a mountain. Alternatively, we could focus on analyzing material samples in order to improve our understanding of planets like P38. No, we need to find out what's going on in the mountain. So we can bore through the mountain. We can perform topological analysis. The Calypso team will perform a detailed topological analysis of the mountain range in order to find a route through to the signal's origin. That seems like the best option. I'm not going to ignore the signal. Let's perform the analysis. So once this is built, we'll delete this. I also need a waste... I think it's a factory. Yeah, I need a waste treatment center. God, that's massive. And it requires... Oh, I can't even fit it in because of the bloody battery. Alright, we need to destroy this battery then. And rebuild it over here. It's more about how to fit people into the mess hall that needs the research. Jeez, we're really underproducing food right now. Enough food is stored for 2 meals. Is that 2 meals in the sector or 2 meals in the station is the question. We haven't even invented, like, proper production chains. Okay, alloy development has been unlocked. I also want to queue up panel purification. We're now working on solid state batteries tier 1, which will help a lot. How are things looking in sector 6? Okay, we're still waiting on those circuit boards in sector 6. That's kind of holding us back right now. But we're not producing any electronics as we don't have any silicon coming into the station because our docking bay is almost full of corpses. Excellent. Wait, I don't need a waste. What am I talking about? I don't need a waste treatment center. All I need is to change the policy so that waste is recycled. Yes. And now I need a maintenance facility that captures waste. And then I can build a mushroom wall. So if I remove this, yes, and I get rid of this road and the other road, I can build a mushroom farm here, and that'll get us some more food from the waste that is produced from our farms, which seems like a win-win situation to me. Now, in terms of power, we have 4.3 seconds of power in Sector 1, 4 cycles of power in Sector 2, 3.2 cycles of power in Sector 3, and we're currently looking at 4.9. So we're going to have 5 sectors of power in... Alright, Derp, have fun gaming with your friends. Have a great day. So we need more power in pretty much every sector right now, but they are charging. How are we looking in terms of weather? Okay, the weather's still not moved. What was Foolish Crash? I didn't go too far with it. This is the Calypso, the sail of which was transmitting from an abandoned subterranean complex, but breaching it, we've unfortunately allowed the corrosive atmosphere of P-38 inside. We estimate the complex was built within the last 20 years. We do not recognize the iconography on the exterior. The technology inside does seem human-made, and there are signs that it was once inhabited. There's still a little time before P-38 corrosive atmosphere eats through the Calypso's hollow landing gear. We don't think we'll be able to explore the entire site, but we've identified several places of interest. No, I did crash. I've already built it. It's already built. I'll show you in a second. Alright, what do we think, team? We can investigate the tank room. The team has located a large room in the complex containing numerous empty tanks. They will collect residue samples and carry out technical analysis to determine what the tanks were used for. We can investigate the command center. An area of the compound seems to have started as a computer and logistics center. By inspecting the various terminals, the team will be able to learn more about the facility's former occupants. Or there's a field ops center. The team has discovered a large hangar that appears to be used for ship storage and maintenance. I think it's the command center, right? Tank room could be cryo store, or it could be food. Field operations is probably just vehicles. I think the command center is the way to go. Yeah, I think we're going to investigate the command center, unless anyone has an objection in the next 5 seconds while I drink a quick sip of tea. Alright, nobody has any objections? Sadly, we can't, because I don't have room to build anymore. Okay, that's 1 vote for command center. We're going for it. Let's go back in. So yeah, here you go, Crash. I already built a thing here for food bay. So it was already ready to go. So next thing we want to do is we want to build a mushroom wall, which I just need to delete that other road for. Okay, solid state battery just got researched. Oh, are you kidding me? I can't put it up in the corner. Oh, I can. It was just being very glitchy. Right, mushroom wall is under construction. Unfortunately, we need another circuit. Let's just make sure that we have a ship that's dedicated to picking silicon up. We do. The Eldrimar is dedicated to picking up silicon. Okay. The problem is, I think we just have too many bodies. Building not collected to an active stockpile containing... Oh. So who landed carbon here? For goodness sake. Let's get a maintenance facility up for carbon then. And we want carbon. I'm actually also going to research just because it'll take a little bit of pressure off integrated storage bays, which is just 10% more storage on our maintenance facilities. That will also take us down the route to bigger storage facilities, which you can unlock. But we desperately need to get some more circuit boards into the station. All right, we're at 5 units of power here. We're at 4.5 units of power, 3.6 units of power, and 5.8. So sectors 2 and sector 3 need more batteries. That is something I can do. We're probably going to need 2 here. How are we doing for alloys? We're starting to run low on alloys. So this is starting to eat quite heavily into our power budget. Now I can put 1. I'm going to put another 2 in this sector as well. So 1, 2. Oh, you got desynced. No. Well, welcome back. Why is this not being constructed? Oh, there's just not alloys coming through because we're running low. Because we've got such a bottleneck here because of the bodies. So what that tells me is I need another maintenance facility here that's going to take the bodies. But I don't have it. We've got 3 maintenance facilities housing bodies at the moment, which is insane. So what we actually need probably is another maintenance facility in this sector that will take cryo bodies, and that will hopefully free up a little bit of room elsewhere in the station. That's the best I can do right now. Because we can't land the supplies we need in this sector because there's just so much stuff here. And it's stymied all of our production. Alright, we're kind of stuck right now.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The Calypso's team managed to extract an intact data drive that was installed within the sender's infrastructure. The disk was heavily encrypted and a significant percentage of its data had been corrupted. However, the data that was accessible was proved very useful. The logs left behind by the sender's former inhabitants are technical and precise. They suggest the authors possess an uncommon intelligence and acute sense of self-criticism. Strangely, the organized methodical accounts are occasionally interrupted with mysticism and spiritual remarks. They are stimuli present to justify the results of their Cartesian deductions. This is the Ashtigonites. This is the Black Market Society. Do you think we have time to investigate these? Do you think the longer we spend here, the higher the chance we could lose the crew is? Is it worth investigating another location, or... I'm sure the game would warn me, right? Right? Team aboard the Calypso and leave. What are we thinking? Cartesian deduction. If I look up Cartesian deduction really quickly. I've heard of Cartesian thought before, and Cartesian dualism. Cartesianism is a form of rationalism because it holds that scientific knowledge can be derived a priori from innate ideas through deductive reasoning. Thus, Cartesianism is opposed to both Aristotelianism and empiricism, with their emphasis on sensory experience as the source of all knowledge in the world. We don't have a Don't Die quest here. Let's go for the field ops room. That's the one. No, we'll go for the tank room. It did warn me on the first one, Doctor. You're right. I'm going to investigate one more and see what the game says. If we lose the crew, we can build another one. Damn. We're probably dead. We've probably lost the ship then. So the good news is we have enough alloys stored in this sector to build this storage facility, which means that more people will get moved through from other storage facilities, which will hopefully reduce the pressure we have here. And we can hopefully start getting some iron landed. I hope. No, they're just bringing in more bodies. That's all they're landing right now. That's why it's important for us to get the storage bay research done. We can also increase the storage of our docking bays. There is, oh, we can't get it yet. Storage optimization, we need integrated storage stockpile small, so we are working on that. Okay, we're just going to have to try and get on top of this. Yeah, you're right, Neil. They did say that. Well, let's just hope that that is enough. Okay. So we've hit a really bad. We're actually in a really bad situation now that I think about it, because we don't have alloys to keep repairing the hull right now, which is a huge concern. Let's get rid of this. That'll free up a very small amount of alloy. I haven't got the 4th steel mill online, Director had, and honestly, it's not had any resources put into it. It's literally just holding the location in case I need it, which I probably don't. When I built it originally, I thought I would need 4. I don't really need 3, to be honest. I might actually just dismantle both of these and free up a ton of space in this sector. Because we really need the alloys right now. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're getting rid of one of the steel mills. We don't need it. That's the plan. That'll also get us some more resources we need as well. I'm laughing at the High Fleet reference. For those who are curious, the arrangement with a certain voice actress has been completed. I now have a package of voice files that I need to edit to make it sound like they're coming through a radio, and then mod them into High Fleet for Campaign 3. If you don't know what I'm talking about, save it as a surprise. It's going to be pretty cool. There is a Monarch reference in there as well, which I'm really happy with. Okay, the stability sector is finally under construction. Okay, I'm hoping that this will start to help to alleviate the pressure. Fingers crossed. What is this storing again? This is storing copper, isn't it? Yeah, carbon.
You can implement a new policy.
Awesome.
A science ship team has completed
Okay,
the task.
we were able to do this. The Calypso's team believe the tanks were used for some sort of accelerated gene therapy. Yep, I'm 100% right with my theory. I'm certain of it. Most of the equipment has been dismantled, but some tank functions were identified. A system for genetic reprogramming, the ability to dissolve organic material into refined paste, and an application process for said paste to be used as a catalyst. It is unlikely that we'll be able to obtain any more precise information about this technology. The various integrity sensors of the crew's suits as well as the clips indicate that it is necessary to repatriate the team. So, hang on a second. I maybe have a new theory. There may actually still be 2 factions we haven't encountered. The Black Market Society and the Ashtagnites may be 2 different groups. The Ashtagnites may be working in secret and moving through the same systems that everyone else is, because they had a secret facility under a mountain on this planet. I do have a mushroom wall under construction, yes. We definitely... So the game just told us we need to get out of here. Okay, here comes the gas. I've noticed that everyone has gone red. Let's get the Calypso back to the Tycoon. Oh, we're gonna have to move, I think. Everybody has just gone red. Is there a button to just send everyone back to the ship? I think I can do it from inside. Unassign. How do I order everyone back to the ship? They're all humans, technically. I don't think Astagnites will look much like humans anymore. How do I order you back to the ship? What if I just set everything to denied? Good shout, Neil. Is it safe in orbit? I don't know if it is. I've got a feeling that the gas is moving to cover the whole area because all of my ship's flight plans just went red. I'm just going to recall everyone to the ship now to see what we're dealing with. This should get everyone back to the ship. And then I'll leave the Calypso here. The Calypso is in danger. We'll grab the science because we can rebuild it. So everyone else should come back. Let's unpause and see what happens. Yeah, okay, we've been covered. Get ready to lose some ships. Okay, what's happening now? Okay, nothing bad is happening here. Hull integrity. Hull integrity may be affected by weather conditions. Right, once these ships are docked, we're just going to have to go for it. So how long is the journey? To get to the depressurized R&D district is 4.9 cycles from where we are. So Sector 1 can make that journey. Sector 2 can make that journey. Sector 3 cannot make that journey. Sector 4 could make the journey, so Sector 6. So we need to make sure Sector 3 is in a position to make this journey. So we need to turn some stuff off. So let's turn off the fusion station. We've got plenty of water right now. That's going to put us to 5.4 cycles of backup power. So as soon as the ships are docked, we're getting out of here. Hull integrity is crashing because we have no alloys. Let's cancel this. And let's set resource management priority. Sector 1 needs max alloy. Every other sector doesn't hold alloy. That will force all alloy to be moved to Sector 1 to repair the ship. Let's also... Sector 3 still needs power? Oh. Thank you, everybody. We can turn this off. 4 cycles of power. There's not a lot to turn off here. We can turn this off for now. We can turn this off for now. We can also turn the docking bay off for now. 4.6 cycles of power. Let's take this apart. I'm wondering if I turn a farm off. If I turn the infirmary off, people will revolt. I can't turn the food storage off. I could turn one food storage off, maybe? 4.7. That doesn't really make a difference. I think we turn one of the food bays off once we get the ships docked. But we have to get the ships docked first. I only need 4.1? That's right. Okay, we just lost the Santa Sleigh. And the Zealot. And the Deltoid. There's one mining ship left, the Thor.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
The Thor's gone. Okay, we're moving the station. 4.9 cycles is needed. So we're sitting at 4.6. We're going to have to turn that farm off. Okay, we have tons of power now. Let's get out of here. Let me just confirm again. 5.4, 5.0, 6.3, 4.7. We don't have enough in that sector either. Sector 6 is in danger. What can we turn off here? Let's turn off both cryonic centers for the duration of the journey. 5.2. Okay, we can make the journey now. We may be in a lot of trouble.
Caution. Entering stellar storm.
I knew we could be in trouble there. I didn't realize how much trouble we were going to be. Also, are you collecting science? Yes, I think you can. I just turned one on for us, did I? No? Oh, I turned this one on, you're right. It's not being constructed yet. Okay, we're moving. I don't think the Calypso is collecting any science here. After event completion. The Calypso's bugged. It's not approaching the planet. I'm gonna try and get it back to the ship, I guess, because I can't even tell it to go back to the Tycoon. Oh, I can click the back to Tycoon button. We're probably gonna lose it on the move, but it can't do anything here. No, but I can still gain science even if I'm not researching, and I am researching. I'm researching right now.
A ship has been destroyed.
Electromagnetite. There goes the Calypso. Okay, we lost the Calypso. Oh, it was collecting. Oh. Yeah, I saw it just after you said. What ships do we have left? We have no mining ships left. We still have all of our cargo ships. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, let me just go. While this is flying, I need to set all of these to avoid it. Hull integrity is dropping, but not too fast. Sorry, everybody. We just lost the Calypso. We lost all of our mining vessels. Yep, feel like a pretty big idiot. I was just worried about losing it while it was sitting there, because it didn't look like it was doing anything. It just moved in so quickly, the weather. Yeah, we have cleansed the timeline, at least. Oh, Lightning Dragon, what have you missed? Disaster, as usual. Oh, this is a horrible place to be flying through, isn't it? Hull integrity's taking a big hit. What can we do? I think we're out of alloys again. Yeah, we're out of alloys. Okay, here's what's happening. The tyranny of the delayed stream, indeed. And I've got it on the minimum delay possible. So Sector 2 apparently can't... No, it does have carbon. And Sector 1 should have carbon. Yeah, okay. So we're going to move this. Okay. I want to try and empty this so I can turn it into a cryo store. But I can't do anything about it while it has 3 in it. Alright, let's see what happens. This is bad. This is really bad, everybody. Okay, I can see the alloy being moved. So hopefully, yeah, hull integrity, hull's being repaired. The game's gone completely silent as well. I didn't have unlimited power. I had very limited power. Move your ship. We definitely need to look into researching speed boosts for the station as well. A meteorological event has caused damage to the station. Okay, I think we just took a hit is what happened. Yeah, we just took a hit. We can't take another hit like that. We literally cannot take another hit like that. But we have to cross this sector. Like, the game is forcing us to cross this sector. What we can hopefully do is find more places to make the jump easier next time. Come on, ship.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
I really don't have time for requests. Where is it? Administrator, the integrity of hull fell below 25%. When will we be able to achieve the Tycoon breaks apart? Pledge to restore the hull to 50% within 15 cycles. I'll try. We're almost there. Come on. It's literal game over if we have another meteorological event. And there's nothing I can do to mitigate it. Just notice this.
Caution. Entering debris field.
Right, we need to build a science ship. No, we need to build a mining vessel. The good news is we do have the alloys for this. Just not in this sector. Where are they? All the little ships have exploded and died. Not all of them, but most of the little ships have exploded and died horribly. Because what happened was this space weather went from here to covering the whole sector all at once. And when I was ready for it, I wasn't ready for it to move that fast. Okay, we made it out of the negative hull zone. Now we need to find a source of iron urgently near the station. Why do people go to the shittiest star systems? Jeez, oh. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to get mining ships rebuilt, and we need to get a science vessel as well. Where can we put the science vessel? So mining ships being built here. This is full of cargo ships. There's some space here, but I don't have any I don't have any alloys in this sector. Alloys are... The only place I have alloys available to me are in Sector 1, but then I can move the ships over. Okay. I have tons of carbon, so I will be making polymer. So I will eventually be able to build more cargo ships. We're not at a game loss situation. We have carbon stockpiled. The bigger problem that we have is that our docking bay is full of cryogenically frozen people, which means we can't actually bring any iron onto the station. That's the bigger issue right now. So Sector 3...
Has completed its scan.
Okay, let's turn everything back on.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Sector 6 is being overworked. Okay, let's turn this off for now then. Until we get enough workers online here. What else do we have turned off? I think there's a bunch of stuff turned off here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff turned off here. Okay. So until we get a mining ship constructed, there's nothing we can do. I can't prioritize this either. What I could do is cancel the solar panel, which will release a whole ton of polymer to us. And now we can build the ship we need to build. We had 3 mining ships before. So we'll try and get 3 mining ships built again. I'll queue 3 up. We lost 1 cargo ship and we lost 1 science ship. We're building the mining ship now. Okay, we got through that. It wasn't ideal, but we survived. Until it happens again. Is that a new probe built? No. We definitely need probes. We need to probe this area here to see if we can do a jump across this gap next time. So it's a shorter jump. Because I've got a feeling the weather's going to come back in this direction very soon. And what we probably want to do is move across as soon as we can rather than later, so we can spend as much time recovering as possible. Okay, the hull is being repaired, which is good. We're about to complete this quest, which is excellent. Our first cargo ship has been, our first mining ship, it is going to prioritize iron, and I'm just going to tell all of our, all of these guys to bring iron onto the station. The Arch is in Sector 3. Its job is just water. Okay, we completed our collective skin. That's a little bit of trust.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, I don't need to repair it. How are we doing? We managed to move 200. So why are we not moving people across to Sector 6? Ah, because it wasn't set to the new max. That makes sense. Okay, they should start clearing this up now. We should be able to get iron production back on the go. Which means we can start fixing the ship, which means we can start building all the stuff we need to build, which means we can get this back on track. This game, every time you start to think things are working out for you, it just goes wrong again. All right, let's find a source of... We've got water, we've got iron, we've got copper right now. Let's see if there's a point of interest over here that we can use as a jumping off point, and there is, although it's not quite where I wanted it to be, really. The little ships aren't too expensive. No, they cost 20 alloys. I have a lot of alloy right now, but I was about to use it to build more solar panels. Maybe nuclear power plants are a better idea. Right, once these mining ships are built, we're going to get working on... we'll set you to prioritize iron for now, and we'll get the third one to work on ice. Once we get the third one built, we're going to build a... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reallocate. I'm going to unassign you from here. And I'm going to assign you to this docking bay. And then we're going to queue up a science vessel. Oh, how's food looking? We're not producing enough food anymore. We need to get this mushroom wall built. They're working on it. So which means we need silicon, which means we need... Okay, what we can do is we can tell Sector 1 that you get no electronics. We can tell Sector 2 that you get no electronics. And we can tell Sector 6 you get no electronics. Which means that Sector 3 will get the electronics that it needs to build the mushroom wall. Hopefully. And this will help with our food situation, because this actually produces quite a lot of food when it's built. Happy, happy, happy. Okay, everyone is happy. We're just waiting for enough workers to be working in this sector for us to turn on the second, this. I am just really... Oh, is it one of our ships called the Darwin? Russia Moray, Biceps, Pride, Mule, Moonsburn, and Eldrama Arch is our science vessel called the Darwin. Yeah, it is called the Darwin. That's cool. That reminds me I need to set. So you are going to prioritize water, but you're going to secondary get iron. We lost the cargo ship that works out of this docking bay, so I need to do something about that in a second as well. So we'll move the science vessel over to Sector 3, and then we'll build another cargo vessel in Sector 1, and that will restock our fleet. Are we researching something right now? Yes, we are. Good. The good news is that it did get us in a position where we have most of the power we need to move around again. what I would like to do is get an alloy stockpile built up once more. Because we were in a really great position and then we fell out of it, and I'd like to get back to that situation. We probably definitely need another EVA as well. But let's not forget we're in the sad zone too. Very imposing building, the legislative. Dolo Security Services. This is a very authoritarian looking building. Look at the guy doing push-ups on the roof. 2 guys doing push-ups on the roof. He's up there with binoculars. We're keeping an eye on you. Your station is not moving anymore. The game seems to think the station is moving. I just noticed the like lighting is not quite right. Weird. Game is definitely getting buggy. Yeah, it's still got the darkened lighting as though the station is moving, but we're not moving. Okay, we just need to get this alloy done. We are indeed in the bone zone. There are so many bones that they're hitting the ship. Oh, Darwin. Did get some researching done. And let's reassign. Okay. Let's reassign Darwin. Let's build a cargo ship. And Darwin will be assigned to this docking bay. No, I just did that thing again. Damn it. Ah! So easy to do. We do not want to build a ship here. Cancel this. We want to assign the Darwin to it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, Crash. I'm going to do a save and a reload. Let's just do a new save slot. And we'll just reload the game. And I'll have a sip of water and just check in on everybody while we're doing that. So tense. I literally hunched. Like, I normally I'm quite relaxed when I'm playing video games. I'm currently hunched over the computer. Just like, so stressed out about what's going on. I thought we were about to lose the campaign there. So, I was thinking about Diogenes, and I confused him with Dionysus, who is the god of revelry and wine. So what's Diogenes? I know that name, and it's very familiar to me, but I can't place it. Okay, that's fixed the bug. Cool, yeah, we're now in wakeful times. Why is Diogenes just so strongly in my brain? Oh, so what was the point of interest we found? Crook P37. Readings from P37 are unusual. The planet has a high level of radioactivity. Its diameter and position in the Crook system seem to contradict theoretical models. Topographical analysis of the surface reveal the presence of a huge crater. Interesting. Let's find some more resources while we're here. Maybe further out. Big iron deposit over here. Oh, I know Diogenes. Yes. Thank you. Barrow Home guy. Yes, what a legend. Funny that he's a cargo ship. Oh, no, he was the second. He was the science ship we didn't actually manage to build, isn't he? So is the Darwin here? No.
A science ship has arrived.
Okay. Our sensors have identified part of the Machia drift in the Crux system. Initial readings show no thermal activity, power signatures, or identifiable signs of life. This is the crew of the Darwin. The section of wreckage is massive. We believe it is remains of a research and development district. The laboratories we've seen look virtually destroyed, but we did find an intact security room. A side above its entry reads Orn 8. To access the room, we'll need power from the Tycoon via the RTP. Unfortunately, specific accreditation is also required to open the room's armored door. The neighboring residential area has collapsed, making the balance of this area unstable. We've spotted some emergency cryopods within the debris, although it does not look like there's enough time for a full evacuation. Let's wait until we found the accreditation. Let's move the Darwin elsewhere. Behold, a man. Yes, I remember that very well. Well, he is the new cargo ship. He just hasn't been built yet. Awesome.
A probe has completed its scan.
Oh, look at these resources. That's excellent. That'll keep us going for a while. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game and I'm going to try moving the Darwin. Because I think if I move the Darwin this way, we're going to keep the event without clearing it, like we did in the other system, which was a disaster. Is that our mushroom wall complete? No. We're still waiting on the mushroom wall. We're just a little bit behind on food. I'm hoping it'll be finished in time. That is the Diogenes complete. Okay. The Diogenes. So they need to collect colonists, and then completed resources are your purview. That's what you move around. Okay, so I'm going to save the game. So were you saying that Plato was the original Chad philosopher? Okay, I cannot leave here. That's really annoying. Well, let's search the laboratories, because it says searching the residential area could make the whole area unstable. Let's find some more points of interest. See if there's anywhere near here we can move the ship to just to make people a bit happier. There's something over here. Somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a good point. Plato should have been a hauler. Integrated storage base has been unlocked. That's a really important research. That's all of our storage base can now hold 10% more resources. Okay, there's a few things I wanted to grab at this point. I'm just not sure which the best one to get is. Getting the health center built is a long-term goal that will take a lot of pressure off a lot of sectors. Also, just continuing to increase the size of our storage bays. 20% more research storage will be good. Vertical parking means one more transporter, and stockpile medium will also be good. Can hold 330 units of a single resource. This is insane. Let's get medium stockpiles unlocked. That's a game changer. Because we can put one of them in Sector 6 to hold all of our cryogenically frozen people. Oh, we should also could we... Okay, extra hours won't last very long when we're waking up so many people. I think I put some really weird storage rules for a couple of things. Yeah, alloys. No sector is allowed alloys apart from Sector 1. Let's just move 20 into each sector so that they have a stockpile for when I want to build things. Because at the moment it's all just being sent to Sector 1, which really isn't fair. Let's drop Sector 1 down to 50. That should be more than enough for now. Because I really want to get this mushroom wall built. The other option is we start looking at building another farm, but it uses so much power, I want to avoid doing that. And we still have this field that hasn't been built. Oh dear. Okay, we are getting our heads back into gear. We can also retreat out to this planet, hopefully, and I'll see if there's maybe a point of interest somewhere out here we can retreat to as well. There is something out here. Oh, it's this thing here. Okay. Is there something over here? Yeah, there's something over here. It's hard to find. Got it. If Randy Savage was a philosopher as well as being a wrestler. Look, there were some mistakes made. I don't deny it. But I think we've recovered a little bit. This is not as bad as a problem as it was. We're still got a lot of corpses here, but not too many. Remember, we have to stay in the system until we have woken up 2,000 people. We can't actually move on. What did we find in the system with the probe? Krupp's P41. Krupp P41 is a telluric planet with a small amount of water present as ice. There are many large black telluric formations across its surface. The atmosphere of P41 is heavy with cloud cover and storms envelop the planet, scouring with solid aluminium rain. Eden has noted a formation of particular interest. Yes, I love solid aluminium. Yeah, don't worry, we'll be going back over here. So I think what's going to happen, Neil, is once we start researching here, the weather's going to start moving back across this side, and we're going to have to head back over there through the storm. And basically, we're going to have to keep doing that. Another probe.
An accident has occurred in the typhoon.
There's lots of water here. Let's get another source of water available just so we don't lose it. Can I get both of these? Nice. That's iron, water, and silicon. Sorry if I keep blowing on the microphone. I apologize for that. I need to get a pulp filter. Okay, we're slowly starting to build this mushroom wall. We are in a bit of a food situation.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. The laboratories were severely damaged by the Netamaki's depressurization. Most equipment has either been destroyed or is missing. The team found clear traces of laser cutting. Floors and walls have been ripped open. The R&D's district was a secure area studying not only space-related phenomena, but also technologies considered forbidden by the UN. Recovered research report mentioned Dolos, the BMS, and Ash Tagonite invention being studied. So there's the first mention of BMS and Ash Tagonites being separate groups. Also noted in the reports is the quarters location for the area's techno supervisor. They possess the accreditation to open the security room door. That's what we need. Locate the techno supervisor's quarters within the residential area. So that's a total trap. If I'd searched the residential area first, we probably would have collapsed it and not been able to do this. That's a good point, Tyler. I never thought of using a sock. I have a friend who's a sound engineer, and I've been taking advice from them. The thing they want me to buy the most is a microphone arm, and then get like a screen to sit behind me, so my room is less echoey. Okay, how are things in the station? Still waiting on quite a lot of materials here. We're absolutely chock-a-block on iron, though. Let's just check these accidents. Do I need to fix either of them? No. I think one thing I'm going to look at researching next, just so this doesn't happen again, is we got panel purification already. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the power. Oh, they'll get maybe just reducing the power of the steel muzzle would be nice. I've recently taken to moving where my microphone is when I record, and I think it is sounding a lot better. Oh, this needs to be repaired. It would dampen the power sounds, yes.
Has completed its scan.
Oh, thank you for saying I've got good plosives and S's. My accent can sometimes be very bad for S sounds, so it's good that it doesn't sound too bad. Okay, what did we find out here? Oh, just these resources, yeah. Let's see. We found another planet. Are there any other points of interest out here? There is one, but it's in the storm, so we can't get to it. Okay, let's just see if there's more iron near the ship, or maybe iron further in if we need to move up in this direction. There's a lot of carbon and water there. Let's pick that up, and let's have a look at this planet. Our probe has discovered an unusual electromagnetic signal transmitting from beneath the surface. Have you noticed that the planets in this system are all in this outer accretion ring? It's very interesting. There's not much in the inner system at all. There's nothing near the star. We're almost about to finish the depressurized R&D district research. Let's see what we find. The other thing I could do right now actually is get that solar panel building again.
Team has completed a task.
Because I do want to get that built. And we have the resources for most of it right now. Okay, let's check what the science team found. Thanks to the information recovered from the laboratories, the team were able to locate the quarters of the area's techno supervisor. Higher in rank, their dwelling was of a much larger size than basic crew accommodation and was filled with unknown technology. We have recovered their security key. Sounds a bit like a tech priest. Let's open the security room with the power, using the Tycoon to power it up. It'll take a little bit of time, but we'll get it done. We're not waiting for anything, are we? No, it's working on it. Cool. Quite interested to see what we find in there. Okay, medium stockpiles have been researched. So what we'll do is in Sector 3, we're going to build a medium stockpile, which amazingly takes up the same footprint as 2 stockpiles, but holds way more. We're going to put it here. We'll build a road to it here. I'm going to set this to hold cryogenic people. And then once that's built, we'll destroy both of these. We do have a hull priest, actually, Tyler. You're right. I can actually now research temples to the hull as well. That's a good point, Crash Test. They probably did get nuked. And then we can look at building these in some other locations as well. For instance, I could replace these iron storage facilities with a medium stockpile.
Probe has completed its scan.
Maybe just put it here. Or I could put it here, actually. Because what I could do is change this to hold alloys. And then dismantle this and this. And once they're dismantled, just put a new thing there. Probe has completed its scan. Oh, that was just some stuff, yeah. There was nothing that important there. Density of the star is slowly failing and the planets are shifting out from the orbital rotation and being pushed out, yeah. Probably doesn't help that there's been a Ixion drive used here, which has probably wrecked everything. That does tend to happen whenever a ship of our class jumps. It just destroys the solar system. It's a pretty nasty side effect of our method of rapid travel between planets. Yeah, we're full on people here as well, so getting this built would be good. Oh, damn, we need a bloody microchip. Okay, Sector 6 needs one electronic. Can someone please move one over, please? Sector 3 doesn't need one right now. So that should move that one over, good. I don't know if this will ever empty. It's a problem. Because it'll keep getting refilled from here. I think what I'll have to do, if I want to empty this out, I think I'm just going to have to face the fact that I'm going to have to build it here. That's just what's going to have to happen. But what I'll do is I'll build another one for alloys here as well. And then I can free this space up for batteries or something. And once they're built, I can take these all offline. There should be an electronic circuit on its way to this area to build this. And they can hold so many more of people for us. Right, 0.4 cycles until the R&D district has been investigated. Well, it's starting to get extremely hot outside. I can feel it coming in. It's 34 degrees right now. And it's only going to get hotter. I don't have air conditioning in this room, sadly.
Has completed a task.
Okay. Scattered files on the floor of the security room contained warnings about the prohibited nature of what was stored in the area beyond. Behind a further door, a long chamber was filled with occupied Dolus cryopods. Numerous data disks full of scientific information were also discovered. These finds are of incredible value. We didn't actually find any cryopods for extraction, though, but we've got the Orn 8 PA upgrade unlocked for Tech Lab. Let's leave the wreckage. So what's the Orn 8? Oh, okay. That's cool. The weather moved further away from us. I thought it was going to come back in this direction. There's a point of interest out here I'd like to find now that it's moved. What is the upgrade we just got for the Tech Lab? Where's the Tech Lab? Why can't I see it? I have gone blind. Instead of farm crew work, infirmary, docking bay, EVA probe launcher, Tech Lab. Research cost for upgrades is reduced by 10%. That is a very powerful upgrade. We'll just overwrite whatever we're researching right now for that. That means everything going forward will be a little bit cheaper. Okay, that was good. We'll get the science from here, which will let us research that upgrade, and then we'll move on to the medical district wreckage. You see, the problem, Tyler, that I have is I spent most of my life in Scotland, which means that I just am really bad at high temperatures. So I wouldn't be able to sleep, really. Unfortunately. Okay, is this under construction yet? Yeah, okay, this is under construction. So I'll take both of these offline for dismantling. And we'll start moving bodies over to there, and then these are both waiting for electronics. Let's just set up our sectors so that each sector has one electronic stored in it. Done. Yeah, you don't need AC everywhere, but you definitely need AC here. At least for this time of year. The problem that you have here is the houses are designed to be as cool as possible, and it does actually get quite cold in Melbourne in the winter. Not like freeze. It does freeze occasionally, but you know, it's all like sub 10 degrees, which just means it's very hard to keep the house warm. Okay, that should hold a lot of cryo bodies for us. Mushroom wall is also ready to go. Excellent. I just noticed the mushroom wall is working. So this will turn 6 waste into 9 food every 3 cycles. What we can do is, if this is underproducing food for us, we can start importing waste from other areas. But we have a decent stockpile of waste here. We're now producing... According to this, we're not producing... It's weird. Are we producing enough food? I don't think we are producing enough food. I think we're going to need to look into building another farm. Unfortunately. Okay, Darwin needs to move. Oops.
An accident has occurred in the typhoon.
Of course it has. Let's check this place here while it's available. Our probe has registered some interesting environmental data on P51. Primary analysis reveals conditions similar to those found on a terrestrial seabed. These conditions may prove conducive to the existence of life. Well, that's definitely worth investigating. Where's the breakdown? Oh, it's in the bar. See you, Ryan. I'm going to be ending quite soon as well. It's getting up to 2 hours. Thanks for hanging around. First gen Scott. They see it's that's a problem. We just don't have that heat gene. Apologies if there's any gross noises. I just need to have a quick drink of water. All right. Okay, this is working really nicely. This can hold a lot. It definitely has that, Zvezda. Yeah, it definitely does all 4 seasons in a day sometimes. You could be walking around in shorts and then suddenly it's hailing. And then it's super windy. And then it's raining. And then the hailstorm comes back. And then it's 30 to 34 degrees again. I've definitely experienced that on multiple occasions. Okay, so the cryo facility here is working. We've managed to wake up 200 people almost already. We are starting to get this solar panel built as well. The polymer factory is working on it. Things I might look into researching are chemical baths and recycled materials, which will just speed up the production of all these resources. We need to make sure that we're thinking about batteries.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Oh, let's set up an advanced analysis infrastructure. This will take a little bit of time, but I'm pretty happy for that. Let's just read it first of all, actually. This is the crew of the Darwin. P51's atmosphere has an extremely high gas concentration. We're navigating through an almost semi-liquid environment. The tremendous pressure is putting the resistance of our suits to the test. Having reached the core, we are preparing to sortie out towards what appears to be a collection of geysers. The area that provided the environmental data. Yeah, I'm going to spend 50 alloys on checking out what this place is like. Okay. Well, that's probably actually a good place for me to stop because I'm getting quite tired. This game is intense. It's really tough. So we're going to stop here. That's 2 hours on the dot. I'm sorry the stream started a little bit late. We're racing towards High Fleet Season 3 kicking off. We've got some more voting to do, but not a lot. A lot of the big votes are out of the way. If you are still looking to vote, remember, you can get all the votes on the Discord, or I posted a community thing on YouTube with that as well. Maybe I should get a Twitter and put them on there as well. I don't know. I never really tweeted before. What else was I going to say? There's going to be more regiments this weekend. I've slowed that down to once a week because I was just pushing that out way too fast, I think. And we'll check this request before we finish. I also want to look into another series just while we get High Fleet up and running. I thought the last spaceship was entering early access and I was really excited to do that. It's not there yet, so I'm wondering if we're going to do possibly Cosmeteer, just as a short series. Let's just see what this request is and then we're probably going to end the stream. Administrator. Among the items recovered from the ornate security room was a prototype supercomputer based on PA architecture. It could be integrated into our tech lab's computer system. Standard for programs do discourage the use of externally sourced lab equipment. This is a ridiculously important decision to make right at the end of the stream. Who's still here to help me make this decision? I think using UN technology is out of the question, right? They hate us. What could a prototype supercomputer do to us? It could probably kill us, right? Oh, I am so torn on what to do here. So the Pro is probably a massive boost to research, right? I don't know. The PA is based on Dolus tech, yeah. So it looks like this is a binary choice, though. This is going to be, we use this computer, we destroy the supercomputer. There's no, like, yes or no. If only this had happened at the start of the next stream. It definitely feels like it would backfire crash test, but would it backfire in an exciting way? Is the question. Oh. What to do, what to do, what to do. I want to do it. Okay, we've unlocked the Orn 8 PA upgrade technology for the tech lab. I can't save Scummit because I didn't save yet. I mean, I could roll it back a little bit. Okay, we're just going to see what this technology does, and then we're going to end the stream. Where's the tech lab again? PA assisted management. Research speed is increased by 40%. Oh no. Yeah. Research speed is increased by 40%. Many people underestimate the usefulness of PAs. They can be assigned to boring tasks, repeating the same instructions 1,000 times without going crazy or becoming exhausted. They are contented slaves to their fate. No, this is what we unlocked. To reset the human race without the risk of moral drift, we must eradicate everything that comes from Dolos and the Ashtag Knights. This may come back to bite us later on, but for now, I think we're okay. Right. With that note, with that danger, I'm going to, we'll call this stream 5.2. Just so I know it's the later one, in case, we just save scum. And I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you for hanging around to the end there. I hope you all have a great morning, noon, or night. I'm going to enjoy my afternoon. And I will see you all